Hello everybody. I think I'm just about ready to get started. Hope you're all doing well today. I think we'll just do mostly value quests today. People that want to hop on in the bonus stream. Today might be a little bit shorter. There might be a part 2 to this later, but I have a feeling it's probably leaning towards no, given that I had some things I had to take care of around 6:30 I need to head out. So we'll see where it goes from there. Well, welcome in, Parameter. Hope you're doing well. The Mario Party 1 music continues. Played a little bit of the event off stream. Nothing of interest. I don't even think I got a PD. Oh, Mario Party music lasts forever. We're only on song 21 out of 72. Well, I will offer, if you want to do some TTFs to warm up, and then we'll see where it goes from there. At some point, we'll do Christmas Fiasco 1 while it's Rare Item Week, but I might save that for tomorrow. But I figured today, might as well get some bonuses. Most people will not turn down a TTF. I figure I'd just host this Red ID. I did do some CLJ sword runs with Chris off stream, because I did say we were going to do it with him, and then we didn't end up doing it, and I felt kind of bad, because I realized that I did that, and then I managed to just meet up with him and do a couple runs. Sadly, nothing of interest was dropped there either. But I think collectively, I think I'm up 0 PDs. I maybe went up a handful of power materials, that was about it. It was kind of a disappointing, honestly, couple of runs, because we played for like almost 2 hours off stream. In hindsight, I probably could have recorded it, but it's fun. Love the Demon Mech Gun is in here. Don't need anything else from here, I'm just double checking. Also, I really need to do Claire's Deal 5 to get rid of some of these shields. Somebody was asking the other day, they're looking for 2 DF shields. I think it was Techium. Like, there's one of them. I'm sure I have a second one floating somewhere. I really, really needed it. I need to put away some of these other items. It's mostly just junk in my inventory, sadly. Yeah, I'll see if I can get rid of some of this. It's like some of these I'll use, but others, like Berserk Mech Guns. I guess I could put it on one of my Rangers or something for when I'm doing RT. Because I can't think of like where I would want lower accuracy but more damage. Other than like Ramar, and they already have the charge weapons. Anyway, we'll give chat a moment or so if they'd like to log in or let us know they're logging in. Otherwise, Parameter and I are going to stomp this 2-man TTF. As I'm going to let you know, I do not care about 2-manning with TTF. Just one of those quests. And the music's all excited. I like that Excalibur is more ATP than Darkflow. That doesn't really feel fair. Oh, Excalibur, you're so broken. Guess it's just us for the first few anyway. I mean, might as well try out Excalibur here. Combo kill is real. Sorry, that did 1900? What a weapon. That's some silly damage right there. Blur them together a little more. And I don't think I need this many freeze traps, so I might as well burn some of them, to be honest with you. Speed this up a little. I could confuse trap them, but I'm really trying to line up with Excalibur. What a weapon, chat. Okay, so I'll be able to kill this last one and then telepipe in. Well, that scared me because I missed. That time I misinput. That wasn't a controller issue. Still think red ID gives some overall value. I think I'm willing to say green ID might be my least favorite TTF ID now. It went from like third best for me to like actually dead last. I think it's actually 5 out of 5. I would rather Sky ID, I would rather White ID, I would definitely rather Red ID. And Viridian is definitely not low on that list either, just due to LNK. Might get it there, unfortunate. Nice little good way to try to hit the boxes, appreciate it. I'll pick up that dog grinder. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how broken Excalibur would be if I speared it. just like, I really need some kind of junk Excalibur, but it has like 60 native for no reason. Excuse me. That way I could just absolutely stomp the enemy out of existence. Oh, this enemy's gonna be in my way. How annoying. Goodbye, enemies. I'll leave that defense material behind. I don't really need it. Here's my parting gift for this room. Might be able to get a kill with Confuse there. There's enough enemies there. It could realistically happen. Apparently some of the songs are just the little short note victory themes or whatever. On rare slime. Nope, no rare slime. I mean, I guess that worked. He killed all the Volmers because they were injured. That definitely sped it up, so that... I think even just doing like 700 damage to everything in the room is just kind of worth it. Right? Because, I mean, like, view it this way. If you heal me, it's okay. From the standpoint of the, from the room clear, I mean, Rangers are going to have trouble breaking 2k without using, like, a Baran's launcher, right? Even with charge. So that's a pretty hefty investment for them to get over 2k. Like, I would more likely believe a raw cast to go over that than, like, a raw Marl, for example. Like, is it possible with crits? Absolutely. Is it possible to roll a low roll on the damage? Absolutely. Especially if you just did, like, heavy special. So getting rid of 600 is kind of like getting a guaranteed crits amount of damage. Might as well kill these for the heart ofs. A little scared there that they didn't all get confused. That could have gone much worse. I was talking with Chris about this when we were playing the last CTF, actually. I wonder if I'm slightly underrating Sky ID because of the fact that it can get Ruin's Caliber more easily. And you're not only getting the boss drops from, obviously, Falls, but... Oop, Griffin Parameter. But also you're getting the opportunity to kill Claws, which I think does actually bump up Sky ID's value in events. Like, just a little bit. They don't do as many optional clears. In fact, they barely do any optional clears other than the Deldies in the Ruins. But killing the Claws might actually be worth it, because they're more likely than not to give you additional, what's it called? Additional weapon drops. So that's what I was kind of thinking about. So if I end up playing the Hue cast, I want to show, like, the slight difference I was experimenting with earlier. It involved playing with that philosophy a little bit. Like, would I go for it normally without an event? I'm not sure if I would. But I do think I was sleeping on the Sky ID. So I don't think Sky ID at all is the worst one. I think Green Zero Contest is the worst ID. I just don't think it offers anything that any of the other IDs don't already give, and also give additional drops. I mean, they get, like, what? Holy Ray? Who cares? I'm like, everybody has better weapon drops than Holy Ray. Sorry, Holy Ray. It's like my other choices are like L&K Combat or Red Handgun or like all these other things that if they have any kind of value, it's over. Not to mention, like, even like Red ID, for example, you're getting Spread Needle, you're getting Heavenly HPs, you're getting a whole bunch of other things, Lava's Cannon chances. Sky ID gets 4 from the Deldies at the end. So even in terms of just Ubers, it's just stronger. It does not play Green ID. And it's just because Mines is so bad now, and their Caves is just not strong enough to carry how average their Ruins are. Like, they're not even the strongest ID at any area that we hunt. Whereas, like, if there were a lot more Grass Assassins, I think their value would go up, for example, as would Viridians. But as is, on TTF, no. All their strong value doesn't exist in TTF. It's kind of terrible. Oh, that's just rude. Take that, boss. Yeah, I'm just I feel kind of sad because I used to do a lot of Rommar green TTF runs. That's how I got like 3 or 4 of my B101. So like I fully acknowledge it was a decent amount of value there. That's why I put that as like arguably my number 2 ID for a while, sometimes number 3 depending on my mood. But nope, now I would run it for nothing. No value. Yeah, they don't even have like good drops from like the Deathbringers. Like I think they most get like is like what, a Monkey King bar or something at most. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to give up rares on literally every other enemy for that. I don't know about that. A little suspect. Also, thanks Freeze Trap for not detonating, even though they were right next to it. That was cute. I'd like to just call out that Freeze Trap for just not detonating. Must have been like slightly too far. Also, that guy eventually finding his way to me scared me. I'm not gonna kill him. I mean, he should die, but I think I'm gonna clear the room. I'll let Parameter clear that other room. I swear if I get hit while not moving, I'll lose my mind. There we go. I slowly positioned correctly. I'm gonna take a safety try maybe because my freeze traps have been kind of weird. Now we can fuse trap for sure because they move way too fast in multiplayer. Single player, these things are easy. Multiplayer, they're just kind of annoying. Speed is very high. I'm gonna put a freeze trap here. Freeze trap here. And then dare the other guy to charge into me. That was such a well-placed freeze trap. Did we talk about that? That was sick. I got the one from the other side of the room. Hell yeah. While also freezing my target. What I want. Thank you, freeze traps. Parameter to pair the one nearest the door. That's all I ask for. Makes my life easy. So yeah, it's like maybe about 30 seconds slower with only 2 people, but I'm kind of okay with this still. Again, it's just a lot of additional checks that we made. More players, more checks. So that, I mean, that makes sense. But honestly, like, I'm gonna take a moment just to double check green ID. Like, I honestly can't think of anything you'd want to run for it. Like, in terms of just going to red ring, I just don't even think it's a good idea anymore. I'm almost willing to say it's dead in episode 1. There's honestly nothing I would hunt with it in episode 1 anymore. Again, outside of literally going for, like, Shurin. I can't name of anything I would want to do in episode 1 at this point. It's like an okay ID in Forest, but, like, I'm never gonna run it over the other choices. Ooh, that was almost really bad. I was like, wait a minute. Nice reaction there to the spinner just coming towards me full speed. Like, no thank you. Not want. Alright, so if he moves his... Okay, so that's his ice hand. I was also talking about this before off stream. So if he moves his right... Or their right flipper? I don't know. They move the right flipper, that's ice. But you can kind of tell, generally speaking, because they'll more often than not use the opposite side. So, like, for example, I'm surprised it didn't aim at me there, because it likes to go across the way. But I guess that's somewhat random. But you can tell based off of where it's pointing, where it's going to aim. At least you have, like, a small heads up. So as long as I'm looking at it, I can kind of tell who it's targeting. But it's not the most obvious thing when there's a lot of players. When it's just 2 players, it's a lot more obvious. Oops. Lift it out a little. Oh boy. Well, that's unfortunate. Gonna say Soul Link this. Get out of my face, Falls. Ta-da! Yeah, the fact that Red even gets Disc of Brave Man from the worm boss boxes is hysterical to me. Just so much random value from Red ID. And it's like, would I rather have Disc of Brave Man over Holy Ray? The answer is absolutely. If those are the choices, absolutely. We could do a Sky ID run in a little bit. I want to do at least one more Red ID run to say we went for value. Then we'll go for ultra value. Uber runs at least. Fix my telepipes. Any fun guns in here since I went this way? Is this right? So yeah, just the longer I've played, the more disappointed in green I've become. Before I used to not want Sky at all, which to be fair, there was a big reason to not pick Sky. It's because you're missing out on V101. But with that item missing, they definitely feel a lot more balanced in power, except for green. Green actually just feels terrible. It's like, what does it get? It gets Frozen Shooter on and off chance, which isn't bad. Rianov 5 is whatever. It gets Shuren in other quests, but not that one. Holy Ray is the only drop there. Unless you're really desperate for Kasami Bracers, there's absolutely nothing in mines. As I said before, it gets Monkey King Bar, which is decent, but it's like, is it going to make up for the missing like 3 Heart ofs or 3 Ubers that every other ID gets a combination thereof? Not really. It's kind of lackluster there. Oh, hello enemies, I didn't confuse. That could have gone badly. Freeze trap there, that was kind of a waste. Red Saber with no machine. Man, first one of the whole event and it just rolled terrible. So sad. Like, I don't even have like a godlike. Oh, I deserve that. I don't even have a godlike one. I should be fine. I've escaped all. But from the standpoint of drops, I've been very disappointed about these Red Sabers. Like, even like a 40 machine would be a big upgrade for me. Kind of sad. Anyway, I'll take the tailpipe. It's okay. We earn escaped all every run, so it's like I should always have escaped all at least. The upside of doing it. Yeah, I was double checking if green got anything special. Did they even have an Uber other than Nug 2000 Bazooka, which I would never bother getting? And I guess they technically get 2 chances to cycle one, I guess. But so do multiple other IDs in the same run. Yeah, just kind of disappointing overall. Yeah, we'll do some Sky ID, which doesn't really have the greatest of forests, to be fair. But it does get value from Rare Lily, which is fun. Getting a Sangay with hit could be good. Red Sword from Pal Sharks is not a bad consolation prize. Technically, we could wait around for Pan Arms, but I don't think it's really worth it in a standard run. Just, I guess, why they put an item there. The Heart of Flamberge is there. Yeah, at least you could get things like Cincesta from killing Barans in mines, where, like, there's literally nothing I would want in green ID. And I would consider Sky pretty weak in mines. For that similar reason, there's just so much stronger you could get on almost every other ID outside of maybe Viridian. Viridian is also pretty bad now there. Which makes sense, they got rid of the V101, the big appeal. There we go. So I guess in some ways I'm happy that Red Saber exists. I'm sad that it did not come with any usable stats. Because that's the thing, I'm not even looking for hit percentage, I'm only looking for machine percentage. So like the odds of rolling the machine is so much better than rolling a hit percentage. But yet here we are. No good Red Sabers from my photo rules. 1, 2, 3. No rare slimes. material for now. Yeah, like consequently, like what do they get otherwise? They get Psycho Wand from Chaos Sorcerer. Sadly, no Del Sabers. So Sky's also missing some of their huge value. And then they also get Lava's Cannon from Del D, which is pretty solid. Sacred Cloth is okay. So it's like, it's like okay value. Love how fast we're killing this with only shift to 20 to lure 20 and only 2 party members. It makes no sense. Yeah, White ID I think is slowly going up in value. Just because at least killing the Sinnoh Blues is worth something. And at least Rare Lily gives something, I guess. But it's like, am I really going to play this quest for Frozen Shooter value? That's the other thing. I think Frozen Shooter in this quest is very overrated. I mean, that's why Terrell's Ego exists. If people really want it, it would just make more sense to run Terrell's Ego, if that's all you care about for value. It's better to go for the things that are more annoying to hunt, comparatively. Like if Sinnoh Blue had better value, which it did for a while, people would do it for V101 while doing other things, rather than running Mines quests for it. But did he really survive? Sucks. Guess I got time. I could kill these people. On the rush. That almost was really bad. My animation put me really close to their fists. I was worried it would clip me, even though they weren't aiming at me. Yeah, I think as of now, I'm convinced green is the worst. Just genuinely, just like... I would even be somewhat excited for Sky. I don't think it's the best at events. It has some value during events. I think white has a surprising amount of value for extra clears compared to Sky. At least because like their forest is so strong. Kind of like Viridian Forest is weirdly good, even though normally it's very terrible, which makes it perfect for... Oh, hello. I thought you were dead. Kill a couple of you then. Yeah, like Viridian is a great example where you're not going to want to run a lot of forest runs on Viridian because it doesn't have like a ton of value. But that doesn't mean there isn't value to be had in their forests. It just means like why would you run a forest quest when you could get Frozen Shooter? So like TTF is a perfect example of a quest where it makes Viridian good at something that normally it's kind of lackluster at compared to other hunts in the same areas. Where I just don't feel that's true in green. It just gets nothing and there's no reward. I was like, they kind of needed something. I wish they at least gave him like a V801 or something. It doesn't have to be V101. Like they could have tuned the value down. I would have been totally happy to see V801 there. But making that like a second Kasami Bracer and it already has Kasami Bracer, that feels pretty trash. It is what it is, I guess. There we go. I think the stun lock has been established. Worst thing that happens is it gets clipped on the monitors and it dies, yeah. Oh, you're really gonna cage me? This is just rude. Stop it. Die for your heresy, pull up. It's 23. Is that worth picking up? Fine. Also, I should probably fix my synchro. Close enough. I'll stay behind and kill this room, I think. I'm gonna get some more Disca chances while we're here. If I can apply the same philosophy as the Sinnohs by doing this. I think the problem is they just move so quickly, and they don't retarget often enough. Like, see how he's still targeting me? Sinnoh Blue would not still target you in the same scenario. It did speed it up, though, I will admit. So it's still worth putting Confuse Trap there. I'm gonna at least clear my way to the next room, and then I'm out. I'll give, like, a courtesy clear. Here's another great example where Confuse Trap will, like, aid with them later. Might even get a kill out of this. Perfect. Joke's on them. Freeze into Confuse is a true combo. Out of here. Gonna put one trap. Oh, why did it detonate? Trap here. One trap here. One trap here. This should be fun. No, that still kind of worked. The one that I put near on the other side didn't work, but the one I put the other one still worked. Lieutenant Mantle, that makes sense. I'm like, wait a minute. There's some tomfoolery going on. Mario Party shenanigans, exactly. Friendship over. Just like true Mario Party experience. Just call it like Mario Homewrecker. Relationship destroyer. Have a weird spot. Don't like that I'm this far. Let's start moving inwards once I kill this next one. Almost had time to move inwards. Started to turn. I control. There we go. See, it learned what I wanted to do eventually. Much faster, much faster. Last time I had to dodge the spinner, which spooked me. Now it's fire, so I don't need to worry as much. And again, since it wasn't aiming the tip at me, I could tell who it's aiming at. That's not aimed at me. It didn't aim the tip at me. Is it gonna aim it in parameter again? Oh, it's gonna aim it at me for sure this time. Yep. Yep. See what I mean? It likes to do opposites. it's like, wait a minute. He's doing some shenanigans. Stop him. But do you see what I mean? Like, it used what is perceived on our left to hit to the right, and it used the right to hit to left. I don't think it's a lot of coincidence. It seems to do it a lot. Like, it is possible for it to aim at the same side, but it looks very weird. And it makes it extremely obvious who it's aiming at when that happens, at least. Ooh, I only flipped it a little bit there. It was unfortunate. My vice betrayed me. Oh, now you don't target me when I have invincibility? Whatever, game. Gonna stand still and take the grants. Tell this boss what's up. I was gonna say, did you see that no fear? I berserked while getting soul linked. No fear. I was like, checkmate falls. You can't scare me off of berserking. My life doesn't matter in the falls fight at all. Like, nice try though. You did your best, Falls. I was at 16 health. I definitely would have died to any damage. But any damage didn't happen. Okay, nothing of interest here. Yeah, I will say, like, checking the weapons a bit more. In Sky ID, I did get almost, like, at least 2 calibers every time I played, which seemed kind of high. It might be above the statistical average. But I did notice, in general, there were a lot more calibers on the floor. But it could just be coincidence. I mean, yes, it has a boosted rate, but no, I don't think it should be that high normally. Okay, so I'm going to switch characters a little bit. We'll keep doing TTF. This is fine. Synchro's mostly fixed. 93 is not a bad place to be at when I need to rely on the invincibility trigger. Yeah, give me my skip doll. Excellent work! Onwards we go. We're gonna bring in even more damage. I could technically bring in Viridia, but... UCAS are just so strong at killing falls. Damage time. I'll go get that Excalibur. Yeah, you can tell I was doing solo runs because I still have S-Red Blades in my inventory. When you just really want something dead. So he has almost 300 more ATP than her? That's crazy. Actually, no, he does have more than 300 ATP than her. She was at like 2279. She's at 2609. What a character. Well, that means I'm definitely combo killing everything, even without Shifta. What a ridiculous character. Saw someone charging, I think it was like 550 to 600 PDs for their completed Dark Blows. Oh, that damage is disgusting. I'm sorry, he get his normal special though? Oh, okay. I think that's some HuCast privilege there. They're not even debuffed. This is gross. Actually, I should have just this good. Been more effective there. He's still able to kill with that. It's so silly. It's like, arguably, I don't need to do these kills. So, like, if I see that everything is wrapped up like right now. I don't need to actually finish clearing them, so I don't think I will. Just take my telepipe and leave. That's the difference between playing the different IDs. I'm just kind of there to go, oh, I'll kill what I can, but I'm not going to hold up the run. Rather just get extra kills. So at some point I need to get this character his own Dark Flow. Yggdrasil has one with decent hit percentage. Like, I would eventually want, like, a native one. Just to make sure I can one-shot Still Dragon on Yggdrasil. Or, like, New World, for example. And then there's gotta be one where just this character uses it, where it's, like, Machine Dark. That way I could just, like, absolutely instant obliterate Volt Up or Falls. I think would be totally worth it. Not to mention I could use it more with Barans. Because technically that's what I could do instead of Vulcaning them. I could just freeze trap them, Dark Flow, and kill them in, like, 2 swings. I really wanted to. The music gave up. Rip music. Healing items looking a little mixed, but I should still be fine. Like this 5% dark charge ray gun. I swear, if we get red slime now, I will get tilted. I'm not gonna lie. I better not see rare slime. 1, 2, 3. Put a freeze trap out. Okay, like, that's what we call a classic QCast moment. When you could press 3 buttons and kill 6 monsters, that is the classic QCast moment right there. What a character. What an absolute disgusting monster. What the best part is, I could just leave Confused Traps for later, speed it up our parameter. Right, like, what's the worst that happens? He gets a free shotgun blast while he's waiting for the last Volmer. 1, 2, 3. Like, don't you show me rare slime, I don't want to see it. Wow, 3,193 ATP. What a disgusting character. Oof, I'll have to get telepipes after this. You can tell this is the character I was using with Chris when he's got no items on him. Fine though. Damn, no invincibility. My synchro's terrible. I gotta fix it at some point. Anyway, let's dodge it by just holding forward. Classic dodge move. Now, who will it target is the question. Nice. I'm not being targeted. Yeah, eventually I have to re-roll my Hucaseal's ID. Nice level up, which I could see from outer space. Eventually I have to fix their ID to maybe be something that's either jungle or something that would benefit from traps and a mix of ATP and accuracy. So, like, for example, I can bully down like an Itty Belra, for example. That might not be hellable without feeling totally useless. Might as well get extra kills while we're here. Yeah, their only interesting drop is Baran, sadly. Is it pausing it? I'm so confused. There's no way we're at the end of the soundtrack. There were 50-something songs left. I know they were short little mini clips, but I feel like YouTube is trolling me right now. Please. Is it really not playing the next song? I'm shaking my head, chat. I'm gonna see what's going on with the music. What happened? Did we really play that many sound effects? Oh, so it's over. Well, okay, give me a second. I guess we'll listen to the Chrono Crawl soundtrack. I guess there really were 30-something random sound effects filling up the rest of the soundtrack. A little disappointing. It felt like I only heard like 10 minigame themes. The rest of it was just all little ditties. Oh well. See the LOL. Like Cannabins. Guess we'll kill these just for present checks. Sadly, this doesn't have any inherent value, but we'll check for value. Or for presents, I mean. To make their life easier. What a character. Yeah, my rule of thumb for people that are watching, I'll generally try to declare Dark Flow. I didn't bring it with this character. I've learned to just not care. I'll play like I have Dark Flow and refuse to heal, but that's mostly because I don't want to use my Dimates and Trimates. So I'm going to try doing a little strategy that I don't think I talked about before. Only doing 2 attacks of Twin Blaze to get more of them out there. Yeah, that went pretty quick. He has so much roll ATP that it's fun. I think I likened it to he treats every weapon as though it has Heaven Striker ATP. Pretty accurate statement. What a character. I would like that Scape Doll if I could. Sorry, Space Harrier. I wanted the Scape Doll more. Assuming I don't have any, right? Oh, I have one already. Never mind, I didn't need it. Rip Space Harrier. Yeah, like here's an example. I could choose to kill this room. I think it's worth me trying to kill the claws. As I said before, they're more likely than not to drop weapons. Yeah, see, like a weapon just dropped there. 2 weapons dropped. Sadly, they were canes. Nothing else there is worth fighting, though. Go ahead and put a Confuse Trap down. Tell them to leave me alone. Will you stop chasing me? Get away from me. Yeah, like those boxes there at least contribute towards potential calibers. And not to mention every weapon has a chance of being caliber. Boosted rate compared to other IDs. So minimum we'll do the Delties. We don't have to kill the Darkbringers. I probably won't. Get a more controlled kind of run. We'll take a safety Trimate though. So much damage. So each one of these is a Lava Cannon chance. Guardian Armor is not what I'm looking for. We'll put a courtesy freeze trap, otherwise I'm just leaving. Take a person. They tried, I guess. A for effort. So yeah, that was about on par with when we do like the full clears. We still got some extra clears, but it's not going to be as, I would say, as enemy heavy as red ID. So still in events, I prefer red. But skies, I'm learning to deal with it a little better. Now that super valuable V101 is not there anymore. Literally stripping away like 30 to 40 PDs worth in a run, depending on how you view some of those item changes. Kinda brutal. I am so shocked I didn't get hit there. There you go. The peaceful seaside music as we're about to murder falls. Boss actually just got deleted. That 95% accuracy bit me. Who are you aiming at? You're aiming at me. Oh no. Wrong hand. Disregard. Which is so stupid. The character. Wow. That was kind of unfortunate. Also, get kind of low on health. It's a little spooky. The diamond here again, actually. Yeah. Oh, I mismenued. Oh. I used Soul Atomizer there instead of Trimate. That's fine. I had the right idea, but that's where I should remember which of my buttons is the heal button. That's a perfect example of why I say not to put in important things in the menus. I got punished for not memorizing it. All I got was the defense material. Decent clear time for just 2 people. We'll probably grab this armor to sell it, because I'm gonna go get some items. Laser. Oh, you dropped, sadly. I'm just curious if this is a caliber. Oh well, let's sell these. Fortunately, I'm not using Jaya, so I can make up most of my money at the moment. Yeah, I ran out of healing. I was down to that single Trimate. I was like, oops. Slightly fix our synchro. Better. Damn, she's so good at blocking me while I'm menuing. Nice. Do a few more. And if there's people that happen to be watching that want to hop in, by all means, we have space for you. Otherwise, we're just going to continue blazing through our TTFs. I'll still be around for like another hour or so for people listening in that can't join in quite yet. But sadly, I had something come up pretty much on Monday. I was informed Wednesday and Friday I'd have to do something. That's fine. The thing on Friday should be shorter than the thing tonight at least, so I'll get a better idea of how long it'll be on Friday. It's more likely for me to do a part 2 stream on Friday. But I will say on the plus side, I can start early on Thursday. Welcome, Remote Battery. Drop by in a run or two, says Cho now. No worries. Runs are pretty tame. I haven't seen anything crazy yet, sadly. I'm assuming it's just the two of us. Welcome, both of you. We're just murdering things to the Chrono Cross soundtrack. Yeah, and I know there's some new people that occasionally just lurk in the background, so as I said before, I don't really care what level you are. Like, you could come in with general armor with 3 slots, level 80 character, whatever. Sometimes we just want the bodies. Like, for example, RBR mostly just cares about number of players. Other times, having the boss potentially target different players is very useful. Like with falls, it helps take attack pressure off of the team. Or even just a little extra damage on Worm Boss does save some time. Or, like in rooms like this, any damage at all clearly would be a free check that we wouldn't normally be able to do. Nice. I see that they're basically done. I'm just gonna wrap up by killing this guy, I think. Because they do so much damage. There we go. So that's like minimal time loss. They cleared that other area. I just wait. And if they need to go back, they could go back. So it just works out. Yeah, without a second person there, it's hard to full clear that in time. So dead. Fine. Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow we'll do a little bit of Charles' Ego. Just because we almost... Funny enough, on stream, we barely run it anymore. I think we only played like 8 or 9 times total this year. Is much lower than some people. Some people only play that quest. But for us, it's actually, we've played it so little, it's considered fresh. Like, I think even last event, we only did like 1 session with it. Shockingly low, I would say, compared to what other people run. Oh, froze them a bit weirdly. That's okay, though. I'm definitely putting 3 confuse traps there. Might actually let it... Yeah. There we go. Parameter's life easy. Checks for presents. We're not even looking for items from these. Just sadly no rare lilies, which is an item for Sky ID. I would gladly eat that Dimates here. I think I'm at a kill range of the worm. Not needing to spend explicit healing, which is always nice. One day, chat, I'll get invincibility. So sad. I feel like it's gonna target me because I had lower health. And again, Berserk. That's funny things. Skills? Yeah, if you're definitely considering stopping by, I will let you know. I'm only going to be here for about another hour or so. Mostly just waiting on a phone call. Did that not kill? It's so sad. Serious? Ugh. He seriously interrupted the normal. I have escaped all. We're fine. I'm still annoyed he interrupted the normal. Thought that would have been fast enough. Unless I hit special by accident, then that would explain it. I went to do normal, special, normal, because I just need a little bit of damage since it didn't crit properly. That's fine, though. Fortunately, our damage is quote-unquote super stupid, so even without Shifta, I still kill these things hilariously quickly. UCAS is kind of broken, if you couldn't tell. Just walking around, no Shifta, doesn't matter. Whatever. Just do 1,000 plus a swing. Got it. Normal numbers. Is he targeting me? This is where potentially I might want to get a Master Raven at some point. Just so I can rapid shoot them with some normals. Holy catching up. Brands are ultra dead. Well, some Sinnohs here. Nope. Open parameter. I was gonna say, on the plus side, my damage is so stupid that Excalibur should just kill them. Yeah. Oh, this guy had more health than I thought. That's kind of annoying. Okay. We'll go for another room clear and then we'll move on. I like them leaping and missing each other. That's kind of special. Okay. Okay. I think that's a rule of thumb. If I could get away with probably about 2 Sinnoh blue clears without wasting too much time. Well, there's 9 in that formation, not 8. Okay, makes sense. We'll just get shifted and all will be right with the world. Tell the stun lock is pure, because I'm not even causing the screen to shake. Stun lock from the parameter. If it was anything other than frame perfect, my fireball would make the screen shake. Notice I'm getting some dropped inputs on my A button. I wonder if I killed it by accident. The second time today so far. I've pressed it but didn't get an input on the first attack. I don't even mean mid-combo, just like actual not getting an attack. Oh look, escaped all, I could just get back. Okay. Just me cleaning or something. Not be too bad. Oh, hello. Case in point. Case in point, I went to confirm my weapon and nothing happened. That was weird. Poor controller. Great. Oh. I didn't think he'd hit me, but I got stuck. We're still good. I've escaped else. It's just annoying because I was trying to fix my synchro. Rip my synchro. In some ways, I actually find it harder to live with the HuCast because his equipment is just, it's good. It's really good, but it's not 100% guaranteed accuracy. And some of those, I'm lined up. And sometimes those misses do cost me, and I feel like it costs me quite a bit in survivability. I feel like in boss clear, unprecedented clear, but in terms of like casual clear, even though he's slightly faster at it, I end up losing time just because like when he does whiff, it kills me. Where like the HuCast, she'll block it with evade, or she'll just naturally finish her combos quicker. Oh, I'm not dealing with the bringers. I was like, nope. I'm like, yeah, they have nothing. Sky ID bringers kind of suck. I think it's just bringers arm or something. Or what they drop. Let's confirm in real time. They drop. Excuse me, Meteor Cudgel. Or whatever item. Yeah, so I would say evasion, the only character I really feel it on, honestly, is probably HuCast, because it's so much higher than a lot of the other characters. But for like the low evasion, I don't really notice a difference between like low evasion and medium evasion. I feel like I just don't dodge. It's not like I dodge sometimes, it's I never dodge. I might happen to sometimes dodge on some enemies, but it's not to a point where I find it useful. Thinking of needing more accuracy. Damn, even the 60 hit vice doesn't guarantee the sacrifice. Stop targeting me with ice. That's it. I'm gonna walk on the other side. If it aims at me one more time, I'm crossing sides. Alright, that's it. That's it. Okay. I'm coming over here. I've had enough. It's just, right, chat? Like, come on, stop it. Don't hit me with the ice attack repeatedly. So annoying. Just shenanigans. Yeah, I feel like if you want to get hit by the fire attack, you stay on the right of the boss. If you want to get hit by the ice, you go left. But when it just decides to do triple ice, that's where you just roll your eyes like, oh, okay. I'm just never gonna get a chance to hit this boss. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Also out of range. Oof. Really unlucky positioning for HuCast. Wow, did it really just do that? Alright, well, I'm gonna hold still and regen some HP at least. I don't need to use a Diamate. Well, that's right, it still knocks me down because I don't have light resistance yet. Get out of here, not soul linking me. Right, chat, roll my eyes. I don't think so. Nice try though, it was cute. I know I have Berserk guns out, but again, I find it funny. I'll die more to Dragon as HuCast than I will Falls. Falls I just don't care about. Dragon randomly falling on me, GG. Not getting Worm Ball's invincibility, GG. Oh, did Imperameter get it? Hey, there we go. Look at you. Red ring acquired. Yay, so bonus stream has paid off. Congratulations, Imperameter. Gotta grab a couple units. Oh yeah, we got a minute or so. Oh, there's the caliber I was talking about. Let's see what it actually rolled with, other than not hit. Disappointing. Just shake your head every time. Need a decent amount of shotguns. Unfortunately, clubs are going to be common across all IDs. A lot of shotguns. Shotguns, canes, and calibers. What a combo. Anyway, I'll sell this, restock, and then we'll, hopefully it bought Chonan enough time to swap some items. Although, depending on who they pick, I might swap characters after this. Let's see. Yeah, Jaya is definitely faster than Excalibur. For those that were curious. Like, Excalibur is consistent, don't get me wrong, but Jaya is so much faster than Excalibur. It's kind of busted. Like, with Excal, I'm hitting 3 targets. Maybe I hit 1800 to 2000. Jaya, I'm doing 2200 to 5 targets. It is so fast on Worm Boss, it's disgusting. Actually gross. Oh, no S rank. We didn't kill enough. Oh well. Take my money. See remote waiting in the lobby. Do one more as Sky ID, then we'll switch back. Probably could do like 3 or so runs. But I'm glad the TTF grind has paid off. We've gotten 2 red rings, 1 parasitic gene flow. Like to see some Heaven Striker at some point, but we'll see. Lots of Rangers. Haven't seen a PD drop still yet, which is a little sad. I think my PD streak from the last session has led to what we call a dry spell. Actually, I should probably switch to Disca first. So yeah, I'll switch characters after this. Still want to be ATP, don't get me wrong, but good to mix it up a little. This character got some decent experience. I'll need 1 person to stay behind with me and then 2 advance. I don't really care who stays as long as somebody stays. There we go. My berserking. Perfect. By the time they're done with the hill delts, we'll clear this room out. Perfect. Gonna telepipe out. Up for us, which is perfect. The telepipe. Nice and easy. It's free extra kills during the event, might as well do it. As long as we put 2 people towards the job of clearing, we still, quote-unquote, advance the plot of the mission a little faster. Yeah. I think I could do maybe 1 more after this, maybe 2. It depends when I get the phone call. Ooh, Nice Cannon Rouge for the damage. GG boss. I'm gonna move so I don't die to the dragon. Scaffold to open boxes. I'll eat a Trimate. Trimate. Congratulations on the photon draw. Free. Come to me, slime. Come to me. Okay. Team can move on. I don't need assistance here. I'm good. 1, 2, 4. Free crap. What I'll need help on is when we go into the room where there's the Bulmer and the Lone Lily, I will need to make sure that if you guys kill to the lilies and the dragons that you crowd control them. Because if I get hit by those, it's over for me most of the time, because I'm like super low health. Like, that's scary to me, walking into a room like that, but that's fine. We're just gonna move on. I'm gonna continue to slime dupe. I'll do what I can here. Help them out a little with the freeze. And since we have 4 players, it's possible for them to kill the dragons every time, and then they all just wait in that other room for me to take my telepipe. So what I could do, since they're waiting on me, I'm going to pull the slimes a little closer to the door, which also means if they need to warp to take these items, it's much easier for them to grab. It's just kind of win-win. Like, see how I wiped out that whole wave, and now they just opened the door? I'm in, like, perfect position to help them. Put the telepipe down. Perfect. I sadly did not get invincibility. I'm gonna hold forward to dodge, but I'm gonna heal. Okay. So for this room, I'll need preferably one of the raw morals to stay to debuff the Welcome Lantis, to debuff the Guild Chicks, and then the other 2 just tag team their way through the rest of the stage. And it's basically, I'm gonna set up a confuse trap and kill as much as I can here. Actually, take that back. I'm actually gonna berserk them. Earth. Uh-oh. Nobody stayed. Where's my health? Rip health. Okay, well, I guess I could do this with one person. It'd be awkward, though. There we go. Okay, mostly just, if they get a debuff, they're basically dead, because I'm just gonna hit them up with Berk. Case in point. Much easier. Much easier. There we go. Thank you for coming back. Hope you're doing well, Lantis. So far in the event, 2 red rings, 1 parasitic gene flow. No weapons of interest yet, though. A little disappointing. We were doing a lot of CF4 and a little bit of the RBR quest, both of which are pretty well suited at giving us some episode 4 drops, but I mean, on the plus side, we got like 5.5 million Vito ones, but not what we're looking for. I'm doing okay. I've been a lot better. My week has been pretty trashy. I'm getting there. Oh, so team, team, don't stay behind. I need you to leave the room. You just deal with the brands. It's fun. I'm just gonna get some extra kills here. Yeah, this is like one of the few rooms I find it so much easier to do solo, because I can control them completely. If I get hit here a couple times, it doesn't matter, because we got our confused out. That's all that matters. Oh, full time drop, nice. Own this. Yeah, see, they're already waiting for me, so I'm just gonna leave. You might as well kill the Canoeens since I killed the other wave. Normally you wouldn't ever do this check that they're doing, but it's event week. We could do extra clears. We're good. See that I even killed 2 Sinnohs while just walking away casually. Classic confused trap moments. So I killed all but 2, and I didn't hold up the team for this portion. So sadly, I'm not seeing any present drops. So we'll switch over to red ID so that way more item drops are worthwhile. Now that we have a lot of general power with us. Hope things improve for me. I hope so too. I'm on vacation starting tomorrow. I'm letting you know I am feeling the 6 a.m. work start real bad. Just like between that and like real bad family news and family pet news and ugh. Been a lot of things to deal with this past 7 days. Well, I guess 8 technically from the start of the other thing. I think I mentioned in Discord before, somebody hit my car. It was the start of the 8-day saga. That has been unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate Volt Up. Or Volt Up. There we go. I was worried okay. See, chat, you complain about there being a photon drop drought, and look what happens. Every time. So, I'll want somebody to stay to help me clear the claws. Then after that, we could just leave. Since we're not playing red ID, I don't think it's worth fighting the other enemies. Yeah, this is like normally if we had a force, I would just tell them to stay behind and resolve this room. We're checking for weapons here since we're calibering. Don't need to worry about that. Fine. So here's the deal. One person will stay behind, and they'll stay on the upper platform and clear it out. Everybody else just needs to, I guess, help clear with the Indie Belro room. Ooh, that was scary. Leave me alone. I got a very unwelcome surprise. That was testing my map awareness there. Watching you cast run around with no health is so scary. You like my no ability to dodge? I love my no ability to dodge. I know if they swing at me, they're gonna hit me. That's always the fun part. There we go. Let's get our health lower. So we do want to kill the Deldies, but we don't care about. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna back up slightly. We do want the Deldies dead because these are Lavas cannons. But everything else is skippable. Sadly, unless we're playing red ID, yellow ID, etc. Even to some extent green ID, we don't care about those. So. I was gonna say, so chat has pity healed me. I'm like, I'm willing to run around with no heals. So yeah, doing a partial extended, like again, we cleared more in a normal TTF because it's an event. You want to get as many kills as you can. Even in doing that, we still got here below 10 minutes. Do I have the Dark Flow to go with my lack of health? Not on this character. I've learned that most of the time, if I'm playing a cast, I'm just gonna get troll healed by somebody with Striker or something like that, and it makes it very, very annoying to run Dark Flow. I do use it on my Hukaseel though, since it's a little easier for her to be at low health due to her actually having evade. So if I mess something up in like Forest and Caves, she will probably block, whereas Hukast will just die. So you'll see me probably use it when we switch over to Hukaseel. But like, I'll never use it on Worm Boss because it's one of the bosses that I can't really avoid people's mag triggers, and it really messes me up to have equip. So I'm like, I just don't really want to be Girasoling in that fight if I also don't have invincibility. There's too many dependencies for that to not go terribly wrong. I'm just like, nah. I could technically use it on Volt Up, but if I'm hosting the game, it's hard for me to not get hit by Volt Up unless I get some really good Twin Blazes in. So it's like, I'll go for it if the opportunity presents itself. Like if somebody hosts and I'm like player 3, I have no reason to not Dark Flow. But if I'm near the monitors, I kind of need to help with the monitors until somebody stun locks. Even if I am Hunter. You'll see me use Dark Flow in this fight next time. Get out of here, boss. That's why I like my weak Fomar heals after standing on toes to heal friends. Yeah, there you go. you could spin the lack of rest of range as the buff. Clap clap, says Lantis with the emote. Oh, that was way too early. I don't know what I was thinking there. My feet wasn't even in the outer ring. Bad gameplay. Yeah, if I had hit that earlier, I think it would have died just then. Shame. I need one diamond to survive. I was thinking about how much I was going to take from grants. I think I take 650. Oh, I was ready to charge special to skip that. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do at least one more. I'll switch over to a character with a better ID. That way we got a nice range going. Cobra then says, hello guys, can I ask? Do you have a question? Free to ask questions on the stream if you'd like. That's not bad. We got below 13 minutes with a kind of a strange party comp, but it works. That's with a lot of extra clears. But we're going to add a whole ton of clears with the Red ID. I like Red ID definitely for the event. If you're looking for like a good mix of other ones. What stat material should I use for my raw marl is the question. Well, I usually just use the ones that are outlined in the Ephinea wiki. I don't see a huge reason to deviate from it. So I would recommend you check those exact numbers. Let me think. Scared. So, like, if this is your first character, you're probably not going to be able to do, like, what they'll call the power clear build or the equivalency thereof. You're not going to have, like, the 120 power, 30 luck, or whatever combo it is. So some people will just go for min-max of those charts. Min-max is 45 power, mine 132, defense 45, luck 28. Yeah, that sounds about right. I will agree with that statement. My characters are kind of weird, so I can't rely on my old ones, because when I made my Ramar and Ramarl, the Ephinea wiki wasn't really a thing, question mark, or at least the guides weren't with the stats. And it wasn't until like 3 years in that I started like looking into the guides a bit more. Because originally even things like the monster counts were not on like a wiki page. The dark days of Ephinea. They were on the forums, but they were not on the wiki. So I had some conflicting information when I first started. I had like a little bit of PSO world stuff and some other stuff, and then I went, I think I care about this PSO world as a source. Instead I just stick to the wiki. That up one more time for the min-max. Oh, I switched characters. I'm not anymore. Rip. Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, how much of a rush is it for the Ramarl in particular to get Cleo? Not important, to be honest with you. That's something that, like, when you're max level, or you've been playing for a long time, maybe you'll start to use Cleo. But if you're in a lot of public games tend to have a lot of horses and casts. I don't know. Maybe you get into public games where it's just Ramarls. Kind of ironic given in the moment we have a lot of Ramarls, but honestly, when I'm in pub games, it's like I'm either the dedicated force or somebody else's. There are instances where I see like the no force groups, of course, but those are noticeably less in number than the average quest. Oops, bodied. Okay, so here's an example. So I'm going to full clear this room because every single enemy in here is value for Red ID. So as long as I have assistance here, we should be good. Hey look, free heavenly battle. Let the value continue. Oh, Red ID, you're so silly. So all these Bartles, I believe, are Disca Brave Man. The one after this is Heart of something. And then the one after that is Red Saber. So Red ID just gets nothing but value in the beginning of the room. So it's like all they want is value. So if you're gonna get extra clears for presence, you might as well do it with an ID that actually benefits from it. Wow, they cleared the other wave so fast. I was not expecting that, actually. They were on point. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna telepipe out. Telepipe. Gonna kill the other Bartle, but honestly, we're so far behind, it's not worth delaying for a Bartle there. That's where you gotta make your call. Like, yes, it's a Disco Brave Man we left on the floor, but is that Disco Brave Man worth another 15 seconds to the run to walk up, shoot it, then go back to a warp? Not really. Is killing all those enemies for Red Saber, Heart of, and Disco Brave Man worth it? Absolutely. I'll take a 10-second time loss for that many checks. But until we get to that point consistently, we'll dance while we wait. Victory dance. Almost got it. That boss get out of here. Yeah, like right now, if I got hit by something in caves, I'd probably still block and live. Where a Hugh cast, I definitely would die. Which I guess is ironic, given that he's supposed to be so much tankier than the Hugh Casil, but due to the way things work, I'd rather have evade. Oh shit, max defense finally. Nice. Wow. Anyway, let's go ahead and slime dupe. 1, 2, 3. Pull it over here. Hopefully this is far enough. I was worried I was gonna hit the spawn point. Destroy the slimes. 1, 2, 3. Plant a freeze trap. Use Disco Brave Man. Turn around. Kill them. So unfortunately, she's just a little too weak without a good Disco Brave Man. So like comparatively, the Hugh cast clears that with 3 button presses. She takes like between 4 and 5. So unless she gets a crit on every single attempt at hitting them, it's just gonna be so much weaker than the Hugh cast on that specific clear. I also think the beginning room was a bit slow because, again, she just does less damage in general. Rid my freeze trap. So there are definitely points where I feel she is much worse than the Hugh cast. But again, when we go to play Ruins, I'm not going to die, and there's a decent chance I'll actually block the Sinnoh Blue as well. So if I'm trying not to back constantly to replenish healing items, I think I could get away with it with her over the Hugh cast. And again, eventually I would like her evasion to max out. Get there eventually, I guess. Synchro. Damn, still did not get invincibility. Nidra, please. Right, chat? That's a come on moment. Oh, I forgot to get my Excalibur. That's fine. We have an expensive option for when I forget. Thank you, Giant. Well, since I'd used Giant, I definitely need to pick up money. I do like confuse trapping here, but I do think if I have Disca, it just makes more sense to Disca because I can kill almost all of them. Team's leaving me behind again. Team. Don't make me solo these. It's gonna make me so sad. Got a present finally. I would just like to say I am not getting lucky with presents this year. End of statement. Just big sigh, chat. Super big sigh on that one. Holy. Fun game. I swear there are presents that exist that are not PDs or photon crystals. You would not know that by watching our stream this year. But oh well. As a reminder, each of the enemies we just defeated is a Heart of item. So again, that's even more value. So we clear out all those enemies, value. They could even stay behind and kill the cannabins. Honestly, not a bad idea. They're pretty easy to kill. If they weren't going to do it, I was going to do it. Now the team is more grouped up, which might help with the Barans. So you kind of have to weigh when you play Red ID. If your team is really, really good, you don't need to group up. But we got some like kind of mid-level Ralmarls. We're not playing like Rawcast, Huecast army. So we'll take whatever we could get with groupings. Just kind of makes sense. Oh, somebody shot my trap. Rip. He was shooting too early. So the trick there, as a reminder, is if you wait for the leg, like not the head, but the leg of the enemy to spawn, if you put a freeze trap down, that is the perfect timing to always have it detonate without ever needing to shoot it. So my goal with it... Oh, speaking of evasion kicking in. Yeah, I blocked half of the shots there. The goal with it is that I don't really want to trap shoot, especially if I have last swan out, which will happen a lot with this character. We're just going to chip him out a little. I was going to say, why was my shot not hitting there? Okay, so they're on the last wave, so I should just leave. I might get a free kill, because Confuse Trap is busted. Like, see, I'm walking away. There's a very high chance I'm going to get 2 kills here. Maybe 3? Oh, so close. But still, 2 extra kills. I'm not that far behind the team, and they full cleared. That's a lot of present chances for them. Technically, if I want to just get a full clear, I could pop another telepipe down if I'm willing to do so. But I don't think that's worth the telepipe, because that makes me back more at the shop, which I don't want to do. So again, that's just a whole bunch of clears. Halloween, I don't think drops anything interesting either, but again, it's just easy present checks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spam my Blaze here. Nicely done. We'll double check exactly what it drops on Red ID. Drops a Magic Rock Moolah, which is not that great. Yeah, that seemed fair. There's the Caliber. The Troll Caliber has dropped. I could pick it up just to show off the 50 hit. That is useless. The Calibers exist, they're just terrible. Just proof of existence. I think I'm gonna put a freeze trap down because I would like to freeze these claws. I think we'll help clear these out, and then every Arlen is worth killing on Red ID, so I'm actually gonna stay behind in this room to kill them. Each of these is a Disco Brave Man chance, and with 4 players, it's worth it. With 2 players, I would say it's generally not worth it because it takes a while. But see, now we have 2 players killing all the Arlens, killing the Sorcerers. We're gonna come in. I'm basically just gonna immediately leave, and if they happen to spawn something in my face, what I could do is just freeze trap and just walk by them. Let the team deal with that. So, like, I'm helping with the wave, even though I'm not interacting with my gun in any meaningful way. And then somebody will help me, and then 2 people can clear the other thing, or a 3rd person could come in here. Again, it really just depends on who's suited. Like, I would never send a 3rd person, or I would never send a 2nd person, excuse me, to help the outside if the person on the upper platform is a force, for example. Oh gosh, I was gonna say, I was not sure if my trap was gonna go off in time. So now they're gonna catch up to us. It is worth killing the Darkbringers here. I'm gonna put down some freeze traps. Please don't hit them. That way they just get frozen. So these are spread needle chances. So I'll take 3 spread needle chances over other things. So again, we're coming in pretty consistently when we play around like the 10-minute, 15-second mark into this boss arena. Although, now we're waiting a bit more. There we go. So I would like to drain my health. I have invincibility, so what I'll do is I'll let it drain a little more. And then get rid of it. We're going to be playing low health strategy, so hopefully I don't get healed by the team, or I'm going to be very sad. Yeah, the spinners are actually pretty easy to deal with, especially if you're playing player 1 position. Like, you'll see I'm just in, like, wide open areas. Just so the team is aware, like, for those that are not aware of this, these are set patterns. They're always going to be certain weak enemies, and they will home on the nearest player, so that's, like, where the randomness comes into play, is to... Oh, I hit my menu by accident. That was my fault. You can hear where I meant to turn right, but I hit right on the menu. That was a player mistake. But anyway, what I was saying before is that they're not super hard to dodge, because they follow a pattern. Just that if your thumb slips like mine does, you accidentally menu instead of walk. That's player fault. But I wasn't otherwise taken by surprise by the spinner. Trainer health a little more. So anyway, if that does happen, you just Vice. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll have to check out my A button. It has been acting a bit weird on the stream so far. I think this is the 3rd instance so far where I've pressed it and then nothing happened. Just kind of annoying because it is my power attack button. I would like my power attack to land if at all possible. Oh yeah, there is like something in there to get a cleaner. Oh well. Should be fixed by next time at least. So we're gonna hover our Vice whenever applicable because it does the most damage. Big damage. Just watching the last swan when it goes away and then it dies. Reven says, Blueberry is pretty hard for NGS no-brainer like me. Game has a ton of mechanics. Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics with it. I would say in particular, I would say forces are both easy to play and deceptively hard to play. Because I think people would think like Hunter or Ranger are very complex. And to some extent, I would say Hunters are because of how good your positioning needs to be in quests. Which is a lot of kind of unspoken value where you need to be doing certain things. Or you just don't have like value in a quest. But the amount of mechanical skill needed to just constantly menu between all these things when you're playing a forest is insane. It gets very exhausting if you play at quote-unquote high level. Let alone like all the nuance of positioning and figuring out like the timing on pushback for melee attacks. Definitely a lot of little things here and there. Speaking of which, because we kill extra enemies in this quest, we are guaranteed to get escape doll every time we play this. So it's pretty useful for people that aren't at the max level stats or max level gear. Chad, I think I could do one more pretty safely. After that, I need to check to see if I'm getting a call. Like, nothing so far, at least. But yeah, there's a lot of little nuance with it. Romoral's a great starting character. I think I talked about this on a couple different streams before, but she's a character that can basically win with nothing. Oh, magic resistances are really terrible in this game. They actually start pretty balanced at like the lower difficulties, but ultimate just kind of sucks. Like, I'm still disappointed to this day episode 2 is basically unplayable as a force if you want to be casting with text. Whereas like episode 4 is pretty friendly to forces, and episode 1 is really friendly to forces in single player play, but moderately unfriendly in multiplayer. It does get a little confusing why some of the resistances swap around, so I do feel like the add-ons are extremely useful for it. My favorite one is if you ever look up the equivalency of the Chaosbringer / Darkbringer, the Centaur we kill in Ruins, essentially. That thing has like 30 or 35 ice resistance in ultimate in single player, and then you fight it in multiplayer and it's 85. You're like, wait, 85 is it below its resistance? And then you just realize forces are useless in certain areas. They're forces. I didn't grab my Excalibur again, but that's fun. Oh, it's 90? Yeah, it's terrible. It's like genuinely terrible. I don't know why they left it like that across many versions. I would understand like before they came out with episode 2, maybe the balance was a bit different, but there's really no reason why it's still like that in Blueverse. They had many years to fix it. They chose not to for whatever reason. Wow, I still can't believe they're done with this already. Well, I mean, we're going to kill the Talos. So if the team wants to come back and kill the Bartle, that's up to them. Because we're gonna kill for Red Saber. Please give me a Red Saber. I desperately want one with machine percentage. Machine percentage, so sad. I just saw charge arms. I will nod my head. Oh, unless you mean use charge arms in the first room. Maybe. Sadly, Hukasil is doing what you can with either Disco or Last Swan. Yeah, we're gonna go for a little trick here. I haven't been getting it today as much, but I gotta practice it more. If you time your swing with the giant You're Gonna Die sword, or time it well with the Cannon Rouge, it's possible to one-shot the boss. OST from Chrono Cross? Indeed it is. Let's go for it. So it's right as the ball, there we go. See, we kind of got it with help of the team. So if you hit the boss when it's straightening up between phase 1 and phase 2, there's a point where the game basically gets overwhelmed by how much damage you're doing, and in the time that it wants to transition between phase 1 and phase 2, it'll forget to set the boss's health back to max. So like it allegedly should not go below 4,950 or whatever that was in multiplayer, but it's possible to put it to 0. The game forgets to do anything about it, and the boss will just die immediately on the next phase. If it doesn't happen, it costs you like another second, but there's no reason to like not go for it. Here's another example for Go Reverend. I'm slime duping. So basically I shot 3 times and then spam fire traps. That's always fun. And then I used a fire trap on the place where it spawns normally to kill them instantly regardless of HP. There's a lot of unspoken mechanics with traps in this game, so I tried to capture those in our guides in particular, because you just won't know that's a thing unless you see people play the game. Like, not in a million years would you think fire trapping in the middle of that room would kill every slime. Like, you might notice it by accident, but it's just one of those things. Yeah, traps are cool. Put another freeze trap down. Yeah, freeze traps are extremely strong. I think people sleep on confuse traps. I know a lot of people praise freeze traps for being useful, but honestly, confuse trap, really great while leveling a character, and really good if you're not playing with 4 people. Can't understate that. Anyway, we're showing the fire traps killing them even though they're normally untargetable. So we used basically almost every possible iteration of the fire trap usage in this run, which is nice. Also, say goodbye to my money total, because I'm going to be using Jaya again. Rest in peace, 30k. I'm sacrificing you to the great beyond. Damn, chat, still no invincibility. Shake your head, chat. I have like almost 100 synchro. Like, no invincibility for you. So sad. I stood in a place where the laser wouldn't hit me. But I think now it's time to say goodbye to this boss. Look at its health total, and goodbye. So she does about 5,000 a swing. If she crits, it's more like 7,000. If the Hucast does it, he does closer to 10,000 a swing. Which means on average, it should only take 2 Jaya swings on a debuff boss to kill the boss. For her, it's more like 2 to 4, with assistance from other people. Or 3 to 4, I mean. Let me clear this out a little bit. Moves us to sing with guild chicks. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and use another Disca here. Yeah, we're looking for specific drops due to our section IDs. The red ID gets heart of items here. These enemies pretty easy to kill. During the event, every enemy can drop a present potentially. If nothing else, these are present checks. Got excited, I heard the rare sound effect, and then it was the actual rare item from the other room. So disappointing. Like, oh, what a shame. Yeah, we're using a gun called Last Swan, which shoots 3 bullets with every button press. Pretty good. One day my mag will love me. Okay, we're gonna go for a visual trick again, as I said before. I'm gonna wait for the Sinnoh red to spawn. Wait a little bit. A little bit. I see the leg. No timing needed. It should just freeze automatically and dead. So I don't have to worry about that at all. It's not proximity based. All based off the timing. In the meantime, I'm gonna walk in circles and show you how stupid Confuse Trap is. Why couldn't I target him? That was weird. He must have just barely misaligned with me. Unfortunate. We're gonna use Confuse Traps again. We're showcasing how strong it is in single player play by just walking in circles. We can kill this entire room of Sinnoh Blues with no effort. Like, that's fair, right? It's totally fair. That's definitely fair. I don't know what you're talking about. But, like, you two could have, like, no stats and still full clear this room. Use Traps OP. I'll take that power material, though. Oh, hey, somebody got a present. Congratulations. Technically would have been worth me telepiping there, but we'll take a time loss for me not asking earlier. I should have asked. Not bad. Oh, well. I got greedy for that power material. But congratulations on the present. Hopefully it's something good. So yeah, so sadly today's bonus stream will be on the shorter side, but hey, we got a bonus stream. And more importantly, it resulted in somebody getting presents, somebody getting red ring, so can't say no to that. 1 PD, damn. One day it'll be like, you got Sealed J Sword. So in Parameter is going for a Gazan stun lock, because the boss only cares about ATP damage dealt to the monitors, even though a spell is being used, it checks actually his weapon attack. This game doesn't make any sense. So I'm basically spamming Twin Blaze, which causes that Gafoe to spam out whenever I hit special attack. So in the event that he drops his stun lock, I will be there in order to basically clean it up. And there's nothing the boss can really do about that. I'll know it's a perfect stun lock because normally what'll happen is if the Twin Blaze is out, it will damage the boss, unless it's already being hit. Nice heavenly HPs. It helps for some gameplay later. I'm just gonna use the Star Atomizer on myself here. So basically, I can fill up the room with fireballs in the event that the stun lock is dropped, and it will help re-establish a stun lock. But otherwise, you won't see the screen shake due to my attacks. Okay, that's helping me here, which is good. Hopefully we start seeing some Arlens or something drop some Discas. I'm assuming chat has seen some Discas, they've just been disappointing. Because these enemies right here give us an item that we actually want. As I said before, it's kind of shocking how bad the drops have been. Oh, speaking of Disco Brave Man. Okay. So we don't bother with Indie Belrose in that room. They take too long to kill, they have no good rewards. Instead, we could just pick up these items and we let the team deal with the rest. Yeah, so if we wanted to, we could get there at like the 10-minute mark, maybe a little under. But we're gonna go ahead and kill the Del D for even more items. Or more specifically, we care more about the Sorcerer. I think it's cycle 1. Actually. Ouch. Why do you do so much damage in multiplayer? Here. Here. This should... That's fine. Sadly, no spread needle. Oh well. We just went for a whole bunch of checks. We got denied. Rest in peace, our checks, I guess. Let's go for this again, but this time hopefully our thumb does not slip off the menu. Or slip off end menu is what I meant to say. Kind of interesting because my grip will change on the controller from time to time. But like, for example, when I'm moving with this, I can technically menu with my right hand's thumb while I'm moving. I don't always do it. I could probably do it a bit more. But I figured I'd talk about it since chat can't see what I'm doing with the controller. Like right now, I'm hitting right on the D-pad with the right hand, even though the D-pad's on the left-hand side. So as long as I don't get too close to another player, I should be fine at this point. You can see, like, I moved in a way to open it up. I'm not really that worried here. I'm only worried if I see all the players walk towards me, because then I don't know what their pattern is. You can think of it this way. The game likes to check what pattern they should be every, I don't know, like 8 seconds or so. So you'll know if it's been chasing you for like 5 seconds. It's not going to be chasing you for much longer. So it's actually much easier to dodge than you think it is. The complication is if a lot of players are close together, because you're not quite sure who it's targeting. So what it could end up doing is targeting you, then targeting a friend, and then targeting you again, which makes it behave really weirdly. Like the trap will suddenly take like 270-degree turns, or like just like nonsense will happen, and you're like, what is going on? Stuff like that, or 180s. 180s is the classic one. You'll just see it do weird things as it like retargets and spins. Not too bad otherwise. We're gonna pay attention, so it's gonna use ice, so I want to not get hit by that if I can. Nice. A strong possibility if I'm in the upper right-hand corner, I will not get hit. I was off by 1 step. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was so close. Oh, that's unlucky. So it'll center the attack on somebody. So because there's 3 players in the middle, if I go away from the middle, there's a strong possibility I will not get hit. But it's not down to an exact science yet with my gameplay. I know going directly back, let's say you're in the middle of the arena during that attack, holding backwards will always dodge it. I don't care what pattern the lasers are in, you are always going to dodge holding back. Slightly upper right, slightly upper left, it depends on who it's targeting as to whether it works well. You think of it as it has almost like a uppercase T attack, where like directly to the left and right of you, the attack will be very strong, and then directly in front, the attack will have more lasers there than not. But more towards the edges, it's more scattered. So it's not like a consistent wall. There's big gaps you could potentially walk into. The problem is that sometimes if you go like too much to the upper right, you'll hit one of the outer lasers. Whereas if you just kind of cut it short, you dodge it. I had a scenario where I just didn't go far enough. Oh, I'm super dead. Rest in peace, me. I would like to thank the stream for killing me. Rest in peace, me. Give me a salute. Okay, I'll just walk around during the cutscene. I'll judge you all in real time. Oh, it froze me. I don't get to wiggle. Shame. Rip my life bar. Goodbye, Scape Doll. Maybe one day we'll go for the Volt Op kill ourselves strat with Scape Doll for the revive. Since you saw that I could move during a cutscene I normally can't move in, you could do that with Volt Up between Phase 1 and Phase 2. So that way when Phase 1 ends, you could purposely drain your health to 0, Scape Doll while the boss is showing off its coolness, and then you can actually just kill it with any attack during it. Which is very funny, I would like to state, but it's not something I normally go for. It requires a decent number of Scape Dolls. You want to be doing that back to back to back to back. But it's a fun little time save on a one-off if you happen to have too many Scape Dolls. But sadly, chat, I should probably pause here in case we get interrupted. So keep an eye on the Discord. If I announce anything there, it'll be whether or not I'm free at 10 o'clock. I have a feeling the answer is no. But just keep an eye there. We could do a late night stream. It's more likely than not Friday we'll have a 10 o'clock stream compared to this one, but it's what it is. So let's see how many photon drops I'm up to. So I burned down to 0. I'm back up to 20. We still have 6 photon hordes, which is 6 times 99. A lot of cookies to help new players out when it's not the Christmas event. And unfortunately, we somehow went up in photon crystals. I don't know how that keeps happening. That's okay. Sort our inventory, make sure I didn't miss anything here. 10 telepipes, everything looks good. So this character's equipment is more or less set. I would like a much better Girasol than 20 native. But we'll see, I guess. Twin Blaze having 30% machine is actually so sick. I do like that a lot. Wow, we still got S rank? I forget how many deaths you have to get to not get the S rank there, but that's the bonus of killing nearly every enemy. Free scape dolls. Anyway, chat, sadly that's all for now. But I think tomorrow will be a little bit of TTF, but not too much. We did a lot tonight. So most likely it'll be a lot of Christmas Fiasco. Maybe even some Christmas Fiasco 1, we'll see. Fiasco 1 is not my favorite quest, spoilers. I feel if we do that, we have to have players that have like Demon Shot or something. That quest is really not fun to me, I'm sorry. People can complain about Christmas Fiasco 4's awful spawns, and to be fair, those Dwarfons and the Gertabulu are really bad spawns, especially for blind playthrough. But, man oh man, Christmas Fiasco 1 with like the 9 Baran's room, I don't know what the trick is yet to surviving that. I have so far never lived it in any attempt that I've done on stream. Every single time I would get Baran's to death. Yeah, a lot of casts. Because I've seen people do it in solo and not get hit, is also what I'm referring to. Yeah, like in 4-player, it's fine. You could put enough freeze traps up. Yeah, like, I don't think I have the video link, but yeah, when we ran it last year, I was saying, like, I was watching somebody do this solo. They did it solo as a force, I'm pretty sure, and no, they did it solo as a Hugh cast, but they didn't freeze trap any of the Barans. They didn't need to. The gameplay was wild, needless to say. But yeah, there is a way you can move in the room to make every missile not hit you, and I was like, I have no idea how to do that. I could do that for like 1 or 2 Barans. And it's very easy if like one Baran's is facing the other, but to get it so that none of them hit you, I was like, that's... I don't think I'm at that level of control over the Baran's. Maybe in the future, we'll practice it a bit more. I'm sure there's a YouTube link. It's on the Ephinea Discord somewhere. I don't know where though, but I'm sure it's still there. But yeah, it was a wild video. I think it's even in my Discord, because I shared it where I was like, I can't believe somebody did this. They were just kind of showing up. Yeah, as I said before, I was watching some crazy stuff. Like, they just were like, oh, 7 Brands? Yeah. They're not even going to take incidental damage. They took 0 damage, and they weren't invincible or abusing invincibility. They just trolled all the missiles with, like, the tightest circles I have ever seen. It was like, wow, that is a tight circle. I'm like, how did they pull it so that they don't get hit by, like, lagging missiles? I was like, this is crazy. I can't believe that happened. But anyway, that's for the future. So we'll give it a shot. So hopefully, as I said before, check out Discord. Maybe we'll do some bonus streams. But hey, we did play for about 2 hours today, so I'm not sad about that. And we got a red ring for somebody, so that's always good. So hopefully, we'll continue the trend of getting a Parasity G-Flow or red ring every time we play. And then we'll consider that an extremely good event. My only wish is that next time, hopefully, when somebody in the chat gets a present, we get something other than PDs. It's getting a little sad. I think between like 10 presents, we've only had 2 non-PD presents, and one of them was a Spirit J-Sword. So it's like, and the other was Photon Crystal. So I'm like, I kind of want to see something else. Actually, that's not true. I think did somebody get a Hell Handgun on stream? Maybe. If so, they've broken the mold. It took about 11 presents to get something that's not PDs. So hopefully we see a little bit better return on some of these runs. But anyway, that's for another time. So chat, look forward to potentially a longer stream tomorrow, as well as probably splitting it up on YouTube versus one big video. But for now, let's go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. You confirmed it was the 65 Hell Handgun. Nice. So with that, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again in the next part.